Steve Robbins here. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. These days we have more communication channels than ever before, and it's a problem. It's harder than ever to make sure your message gets through. My colleague Jim wrote to me asking for an introduction to a powerful person, and I was happy to help. Only I didn't get his message until I reviewed my spam folder several weeks after he needed the introduction. The powerful person and I went to lunch anyway and had a fabulous shrimp cocktail and lobster bisque. Here are 7 quick and dirty tips to follow up and connect to your network more efficiently. Tip number 1 is connect via multiple inboxes. Communication technology has made us far less efficient. Yes, I'm deadly serious. Once upon a time, if you needed to contact someone, you dialed them on the phone. If they weren't there, you left a message with their mother, their secretary, or their colleague. When they got back from their 3-martini lunch, they would get the note and call you right back. If they were under the age of 10, the martinis would have knocked them out, so they would call back after nap time. Today, we have too many inboxes. We don't know where to look for incoming messages. Now that venture capitalists are all googly-eyed over social media, every website in existence happily provides a lame, poorly constructed email system that there's no way to disable. Facebook, LinkedIn, and MySpace are big offenders, but almost everyone does it. You have 6 regular email accounts also, plus voicemail, text messages, iMessage, BlackBerry Messenger, iChat, AIM, Microsoft Messenger. Need I go on? And your well-meaning friends who love you to death? They also love to show how tech-savvy they are by sending their emails on the latest and greatest platform. Thanks to their brilliant displays of technological mastery, you need to check all of those inboxes regularly if you want to stay on top of your incoming messages. Thankfully, there is a way to simplify your inboxes, as I discussed in my episode, How to Simplify Your Inboxes. A link is available in this episode's transcript. If the person you're trying to contact hasn't simplified their inboxes, however, you still need to get your message through to them. So if someone doesn't respond to your message, try a different inbox. Just note in the message, I'm sending this to both your work and home emails so they know and can delete it if they've already seen it. Tip number 2 is to remember their preferred inboxes. Once you know which inbox a person prefers to use only that. Your address book application has a notes field. In the notes field, put a note to yourself about this person's most oftenly checked inboxes. Do they prefer phone? Which of their 7 numbers do they check most often? Do they prefer email? Which platform do they check most often? Instant message? You get the idea. And from now on, only use their preferred inbox. Don't overload them with duplicate messages or they'll come to hate you and secretly begin plotting your downfall. Most historians don't know this, but that's the real reason Brutus assassinated Caesar. Too many duplicate messages. Tip number 3 is make yourself easy to spot. Your overloaded colleagues have social media addicted friends who email with all kinds of important information. Articles on mushrooms, funny jokes, political commentary, an absolutely critical overdue notice that needs a response to avoid getting their home repossessed, and cute bunny pictures. See what I did there? With all this convenient messaging, the important stuff gets lost. It happens to everyone. To make sure this doesn't happen to your message, write clear email subject lines that your colleagues can instantly spot just by scanning their inbox. There's a link to an episode on how to do that in this episode's transcript. Use a subject line like, Monday's meeting postponed until 2 p.m. They'll know instantly whether they need to read more. And do not leave the subject line blank or your message could get lost. Tip number 4 is to follow up on important communication. When Jim wrote asking me for the introduction, his message got sent to my spam folder. If someone doesn't respond to you, your message may have ended up in their spam folder. Try mentioning natural mail enhancement in your message. It will still get sent to spam, but at least you'll have the satisfaction of knowing why. Meanwhile, follow up on any important message that you send. Don't just resend the same message. If it got caught by a spam filter once, it will probably get caught again. Follow up using a different medium for contact. For example, pick up the phone and call. Yes, I know you hate the phone, but it's okay. Your head won't explode. Just call. Tip number 5 is track follow-ups in a list. Create a follow-up list. When you send a message that you need to make sure gets through, note that on your follow-up list along with the date you sent the original message. Every day, review the list for items that haven't been responded to in a few days. Follow up appropriately and make a new entry in the list to follow up again. And tip number 6, use your task list. If you don't want to create a separate follow-up list, you can use your normal task management system to track follow-ups. Create a follow-up to-do task, and again, note the date. When you get to that task in your to-do list, follow up if enough time has passed since your prior contact. Tip number 7, use your calendar to track follow-ups. I'm not a big fan of using calendars to track tasks, but if you don't have a good task management system, your calendar may be your best bet. When you leave a message that needs follow-up, create a 15-minute appointment with yourself 2 or 3 days later. When the time comes, use that time to perform your follow-up. Communication technology may have made it hard to communicate with each other, but good follow-up will ensure the important stuff gets through. Use a person's preferred inbox, use meaningful subject lines, and create a follow-up system, either in your to-do list, in your task list, or in your calendar, so that you don't just assume your important message was received. This is Steve Robbins. Visit the resource links in today's transcript at getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com. I mentor successful people by helping them create a reputation, professional and personal, that reflects who they want to be in the world. If you want to know more, visit steverrobbins.com. That's SteverRobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.